Okay, so a lot of headlines about Erika Jayne this weekend. I'm going to try to explain as best as I can. I am not a lawyer, so I really most of the time do not know what I'm talking about when it comes to this stuff.
I am not a lawyer.
Just would like to say I am not a lawyer. And so these have been the headlines where when you read the headline, it's like, oh, her name has been cleared. Like that's how it appears. Erika Jayne dismissed from fraud and embezzlement lawsuit against Tom Girardi in Illinois. So this is the article. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star has been dismissed from her estranged husband Tom Girardi's embezzlement and fraud lawsuit, according to court documents filed in the state on January 29th. Pursuant to stipulation, plaintiffs' claims against defendants, that's Erika Jayne, are dismissed without prejudice and without costs. Shortly after the decision was made, Jay Edelson, an attorney for the plaintiffs in the case, took to Twitter to vow to carry on his client's legal fight. He wrote, "We have not stopped pursuing Erika Jayne, just switching courts. We believe we can prove she benefited from Tom's Ponzi scheme." In another post, he wrote, "Erika Jayne has one strategy: throw up as much dust as possible. That can work on hashtag RHOBH. It doesn't work when someone is under oath in a court proceeding." He also said that the lawsuit filed by Edelson PC is being refiled in California to avoid fights over jurisdiction. He said, "No chance we are letting Erika Jayne off the hook, especially given the evidence we have found. All money will go fully to the victims until they are made whole." And Erika's attorney said, while Edelson retains the right to refile in California, the dismissal of Erika from the federal lawsuit that triggered bankruptcies of Girardi Keese and Tom Girardi is extremely important. For example, the recent 3-day evidentiary hearing in the Boeing case showed that Erika had zero role in what GK and Edelson discussed, did, and didn't do, whether as between each other as or to their clients. In fact, I'm informing Erika's name didn't even come up at the hearing. He said, "We want Edelson to get the most complete picture of the evidence as possible. We have no issue with further investigation, but the truth matters here. The truth is that Erika had no role in the Lion Air dealings, actions, or inactions as between the attorneys and their clients, and she never received any of the Lion Air client settlement funds." So while it seems like this whole thing was dismissed, it's like, Erika, her name is no longer included in this in Illinois. They are, it appears, definitely going to refile in California. Just seems like they've been having dispute about jurisdiction and who's like actually in charge here. So they're bringing it to California. So she's not completely out of the woods here.
She's free in one state, in trouble in another.
Yeah.
I think what most people can agree on with this situation is that Erika Jayne did not do any of the handlings. Right. She wasn't involved in that way. But did she maybe have a suspicion that some shady shit was going on, and was she benefiting off the money that he was getting? Yes.
Yeah.
That's my thought on it. I think that she was benefiting from the money, didn't maybe ask a lot of questions about where the money's coming from, because when you're getting a lot of money handed to you or you're benefiting in that way, you're like, all right, cool. I'm getting money. We're rich. Fuck it. Who cares? And I think she maybe knew some shady shit was going on, but kind of just trusted her husband in his hands, as I guess you would if it was your husband, right? You're like, whatever. But who knows what will happen in a different state and if she'll come off free there. But I kind of think it's the same, like I said, like, I think she's not totally innocent, but she was not handling it.
Right. Which I don't know if that is enough. Like, I don't know how much that holds up in a court of law. Like, Your Honor, I had a feeling. I just, which is never what would actually happen. But like, I just don't know like how much like responsibility they can really pin on her. There's also something going on right now with earrings. I saw this, like Tom gifted her some like insanely expensive earrings. I saw $1.4 million. I saw $750,000. And that is something that is happening because they think that the earrings were bought by Tom using money that he stole. Like that's the, the stolen money. So like earlier this week, she was asked to relinquish a pair of diamond earrings gifted to her by Tom, I think in like 2007, which is, interesting. It's a long time ago. The trustee in the Girardi and Keese bankruptcy case claimed the disbarred lawyer used money from a client trust at his former law firm to purchase the jewelry in 2007. They're diamond earrings. In court documents obtained by Daily Mail, Erika's attorney said the reality star innocently received the earrings from Girardi 15 years ago and said she has agreed to hold and not transfer or sell the jewelry and provide the earrings to a third-party escrow to be held in trust until an investigation has been complete. I guess they're trying to prove, if that was used with stolen money, then the earrings should be given back because the money should actually, those earrings should be sold and the money should be used to, go back to the victims who the money was stolen from in the first place.
But then should everything go back? Because I bet there's more than just earrings that were bought with that money. There's no way it was just earrings.
Yeah. Well, that's why it comes down to, right, she may, the money that they, at the end of this, may owe the victims could be, an astronomically high number. So we'll see what happens. But I saw a lot of confusion over that because the headlines did make it seem like, this is over. Or like, it's been, her name is not included anymore. And the battle is far from over, it seems. I think this is going to continue on for quite some time. And, we have Jen Shah's case, I believe, is coming up soon for that to actually start happening, because that feels like it's been a while. This is like a little pathetic of me to admit because it's, of course, reality television, but paying attention to these things make you realize how slow the U.S. courts really move,
Yeah.
This is what I'm paying attention to, which is why I'm like, it's pretty sad for this to be the moment, but to be like, Jesus Christ, like Jen Shah, that happened so long ago. We're just going to court.
Yeah. They got to be quicker.
It takes so long. So I guess that is happening as well. And this is the just law school.
I think that they need to maybe do a spinoff of just court hearings for the Real Housewives.
Honestly, like Andy should have some kind of lawyer expert who is well versed in all of these, have some kind of segment on Watch What Happens Live where he or she
gives
comes
a little
on
breakdown
like once a month to be like, here's what's happening with all these women's legal problems. Here's an explanation and here's what's happening and why. And
and give us past ones as well. Like, let's hear more about Teresa's problems.
Yeah. Just give it to us. Like we're really stupid.
Yes,
really, just
honestly,
explain it to us like we're really dumb.
When it comes to this, we are.
Exactly. That's so honestly, I think that would be a phenomenal segment idea, Andy. If you want to take that, I think people would appreciate it.